My name is Kavya and I work at DEKA Research and Development as a lead machine learning engineer. And one of the project that I work in at DEKA Research is an autonomous delivery robot, and our client is FedEx. So the project is FedEx Roxo, and I'm a lead machine learning engineer in the perception team.
What brought you to this job?
I'm originally from Mumbai in India, and I always wanted to be in the STEM field, particularly was very intrigued by science, and I did my undergrad in India, and then I chose to come here for my master's in the US. I did my master's in computer science from Carnegie Mellon University, that's in Pittsburgh. So I have been in the East Coast here, been in the US for over 5 years now, and with DEKA Research for over 3.5.
How do you describe a typical day at work?
So a typical day in my job role is actually two kinds. One part of it is development and one part of it is managerial. As a developer, I have day in, day out working on building a lot of machine learning, deep learning algorithms, which is primarily in the field of computer vision and autonomous vehicles. As a managerial aspect, I lead a team of people to ensure that all our machine learning research ideas can just move on efficiently towards production. The robot that you would see around in Manchester, there's a bunch of our testing happening, and we've spent a lot of time running behind the robot to ensure that all the tests happen correctly in different climate and conditions, yes.
What skills or education brought you to this job?
I think my career path has been really fun. That's how I like to describe it. Let me give you a little background into it. Since I mentioned that I always really liked the field of science, my favorite subjects were physics and biology, to be very specific. And I always thought I would be a neurosurgeon when I was in high school because I was very intrigued by the workings of the brain. Where I'm going with this is that now I work in the field of AI, where we mimic the functionalities of a brain onto these kind of behaviors to work on a robot or any kind of application autonomously. So it feels like what I envisioned as a kid and what I'm doing right now is pretty fun. For me, honestly, there's a lot of learning curve because machine learning and AI is a field that is still growing. And as you and I are talking right now, there's still a lot of research and publications being published at the moment. So I love that challenge because I don't think that today I've learned something, tomorrow is probably going to be the same thing. It's never a moment like that. So I really like that. And as for my career path, to give you a better idea, is I chose this field. I gained a lot of academic experience relevant to be in the field of data science. And I think this academic knowledge really built a foundation for me. I came with this foundation to DEKA Research, and to build on top of this foundation, I think I will say is I learned more on the job every day. I gained a lot of expertise in the field of autonomous vehicles, in the field of robotics, very specific skill sets that I needed to master to be able to be just better at my daily job. So that's been my career path every day. A lot of offline studying, a lot of reading research articles, but it's all catered in this field, which I did not know before. And I'm learning it as I go along.
What do you see for opportunities for STEM growth in Manchester?
The recruiting that has been happening in my project just increased ×3. So we've been recruiting a lot of people coming from different parts of the country, coming from different parts of the world. And that's one aspect I feel is like been growing STEM in this field because we're just trying to find people from everywhere to come and live in Manchester. I think that was one aspect. And second one was I have been a judge of the first robotics competition a few times now, and I just see these super enthusiastic kids in the field just doing such wonderful stuff as high school students, and they're all from the greater Manchester area and like New England in general. So I feel like just watching them do these things and working on the harder tasks that they have probably is going to be something that I can see as more collaboration to get STEM in Manchester.
Any advice to those getting started in STEM?
Amount of women representation. I feel that's a very big passion point for me. Being in this field, I feel like I have tried to encourage as many, in general, a lot of people who want to be in this field and try to like guide them as I am also learning and paving my path, because there was a lot of help that I received growing up and even to this day to pave my path in this career path that I have decided. So I feel like I have to do that as the same thing. But especially for women, I feel like even in the field of STEM, especially talking about computer science, because that's the field that I am in, so I want to talk only about that in detail. I feel like there's still lesser women representation. Trying to see if I can bridge that gap in my own small way by trying to just encourage anyone I know, trying to get them more interested in this field.